Welcome back to another episode of Ringpost Ramble. My name is Danny.
My name is Justin.
And today we're going to be talking about the Royal Rumble.
Hootie-hoo!
Hootie-hoo! Listen, we just want to say thank you guys for sticking around, and we really appreciate the support that we've been getting so far.
Especially on Instagram. Our Instagram followers, they're giving us their opinions.
Yeah.
Let's tell you that. And we love it.
It's great. If you're not on our Instagram, I will put it on the video there for you guys, and you'll be able to follow us on Instagram. But let's get right into it. So,
yeah,
Justin,
absolutely.
take it away.
First off, we got the Women's Royal Rumble, which was phenomenal. They had a lot of fun in that ring. With the first entrant being Io Sky, and second entrant being Liv Morgan.
Yep.
And not only for them to, be first and second, but for both of them to last an hour and 6-7 minutes.
Yeah.
Both of them.
They're all about record breaking now at this
Dude,
point.
It was crazy. And for number 3, so Roxanne Perez being, she was entrant number 3.
Number 3.
How do you feel about her being eliminated at the very end?
It just goes to show that she's going to be a big name on the main roster. Well, I should say not main roster, but Raw or SmackDown. Once she is done with her NXT run, they're going to push her to be a really big star.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you there. Roxanne Perez has been working her butt off, and even buying her tickets to go see Bayley at all is SmackDown, Raw, everything that Bayley is, and she's been there. She's been her shadow so far for the past 3-4 weeks now.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where that's gonna lead to, whether it be at Elimination Chamber or WrestleMania.
That's a really good point.
It's gonna be one of the two. I personally believe, because they're pushing that feud heavy. But let's move on to other entrants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of my favorites was B-Fab.
Nice.
When she came out. Them long legs, I mean, she's a little sloppy with her kicks and stuff like that, but she's entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
When she came out in number 6, Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark was amazing. Let me tell you, that drop kick that she delivered to Cody. I have no words for it, because it was just phenomenal. From when she just jumped off of the ropes straight into Dakota.
You mean on that Raw where Dakota got concussed?
Yes.
Yeah. It sucks that we didn't get to see Dakota at the Royal Rumble because of that concussion,
But that gave her the energy to do her very best here in the Rumble. Especially when it came down to holding her own and helping her stablemates. What are some of your opinions on the Women's Royal Rumble?
To be honest with you, what was crazy is that we were on our way to the Bronx to go watch it at a family member's house. So we got there we didn't get there late. We just got there maybe 12 to maybe 14 minutes into the Rumble. But the thing is that we were already on number 5 or 6 of the Rumble. So we got to see Chelsea Green in there for a bit. We got to see, of course, B-Fab in there as well. And I think we actually walked in. Actually, come to think of it, we walked in when Ivy Nile was in there.
She was good. She was good that match.
Again, well. The opinion that I have on the women's Royal Rumble, it just goes to show how jam-packed we have of a roster for the women's.
Stacked.
It's stacked. But I think we have to have some sort of compelling storyline for a lot of the stars that are on the women's roster. I think truly moving forward, would really want a storyline for the Intercontinental Champion, that hopefully we get something for that, and also the Women's United States Championship, because I'm gonna be real with you, nothing compares from the women division that we have in Raw and SmackDown to the NXT Women's division, and
I agree with you.
And I've been saying this for years, even from Black and Gold to 2.0. The women's roster for NXT has been up here for me compared to the Raw and SmackDown down here.
Yeah.
And talking about NXT, I have to say, like, seeing NXT stars in the Rumble was probably the highlight and my favorite moment of the Rumble, because seeing Stephanie Vaquer there, Giulia, we got to see Jaida Parker.
Hi, Miss Parker.
Hi, Miss Parker. We got to see Jaida Parker there, and then we also saw Lash Legend. So I think that was like just a perfect opportunity for people to know who they are. They are big names in NXT, and it brings more eyes to the product. And I think, to me, that was like my highlight of the Women's Royal Rumble, was seeing the NXT stars there.
What were some of your favorite surprises?
I knew deep down that Jordynne Grace was going to be there. We all knew it.
Yeah, we all knew.
Like, we all knew. Like, but officially as a WWE superstar, signed, ink on the paper and everything. Like, she is an official WWE superstar instead of coming in as like a TNA star.
Absolutely.
It was cool seeing. It was really cool seeing Jordynne Grace there.
There was a moment there. There was a moment there when Jordynne Grace came in, and Naomi saw that Jordynne Grace came in.
Oh yeah.
And you know, these two, they've worked together previously
In TNA. Yeah.
And if you guys didn't know, Naomi is a pinnacle part on the partnership between TNA and WWE. And you know, she was happy to see her friend.
Right.
You know, she was happy to see her friend. Bianca, on the other hand, was not happy to see Naomi happy with somebody else.
Did you forget where we were? Like, why are you hugging right now?
What's going on here? What's going on here? And speaking about this, what was that little thing that Chelsea Green tried to, you know, she was like, what, you know, like.
Oh, that was great. Chelsea.
I feel like she saw that they were, like, you know, trying to form an alliance, and she was like, yeah, you know, let me join in this. And they was like, nah,
not up in here.
Nah.
It was great. Chelsea Green really knows how to entertain. And
she does.
Yeah, she really knows how to entertain. She had me laughing every time when she did something on camera, and it was just that moment right there was probably my third favorite moment of the women's Rumble.
That was hilarious. I was laughing so hard.
It was great. But we definitely got to talk about the return of Alexa Bliss. We definitely have to talk about that, because I think
did you hear that pop?
Yeah,
that pop when Alexa's music came on, and oh man, and they showed her, and she came out with the doll and the Bray Wyatt tribute outfit. Yeah. Oh man, I think that was truly beautiful. The way it was portrayed and everything.
It was really good. Like, we also got swerved on the internet. I don't know. I will say for myself, like, I don't know how true it is, that whether or not, if it seemed like it was like a renegotiation thing, or like the articles that were put out and such. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But what I will say, though, is that I feel like, yeah, we definitely got swerved and thinking that she was not going to come back at all.
Oh, because there was contract issues.
Like, all of that.
But word is that I believe, I was told by you that they flew her out.
Yeah.
That same day, right?
The same day
of the Rumble.
That same day. And that just goes to show how important she'll be within the next couple of years. Because I think it was like a 5-year deal that she signed now to WWE. And listen, I'm just happy to have her back. She's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
And listen, she put in the work previously before. And the fact that, you know, she has this she's continuing the tribute to Bray Wyatt and everything. And mind you, on X or Twitter, the Wyatt Six, or should we say Bo Dallas, actually posted a picture of her returning and was like, "There you are." So there could be a possibility that she goes to SmackDown and to continue that storyline with the Wyatt Six. To me, I think that would be great. That
would be great.
Yeah, it'll kind of be like that. That's like that was like the missing puzzle piece that they needed in order to push the Wyatt Six there. But yeah, that was cool.
So what I really want to talk about is the return of Charlotte Flair and the, dare I say, the upset win of Charlotte Flair. I get it, she is the queen, but and I do get that nepotism runs this business.
Hot take.
Ouch.
Hot take. Burn. Hot take. Stirring the pot. Stirring the pot. Stirring the pot.
Anyways, I don't think that she should have won. I believe it should have been Roxanne Perez.
Oh.
Because she made it that far, and for someone that hasn't been in the roster for a little over a year,
almost a year and a half.
Yeah. So I didn't agree with that outtake, but that's what makes great story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not just everything that we want. Gimme. We gotta take some.
Right.
You know, we gotta take some. And when you don't like the outcome of the story, that means the story is going well.
Mm-hmm.
As well. But when it came to her winning, like I said, I was very upset. Because she's been out for a year and a half. This girl Roxanne Perez worked her butt off to just get eliminated by a WWE legend's daughter. Best way I can put it.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's in my opinion, I hate to say it, but it is lazy storytelling in a sense, because they're like, all right, so they just felt that the fans wanted her to win, you know, but we definitely got that take on the Monday night after.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where Charlotte tried to do the babyface promo, and this is why she's good. Because, like you said, she flipped it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Once she heard all the boos, and she just knew how to work the crowd.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
So I kind of knew that she was gonna win. Like, it was already hands down. As soon as she was announced that she was coming back, yeah, I kind of knew already. It wasn't gonna be like a surprise. If it wasn't her coming back at the Royal Rumble and they didn't announce it, I would have been like, all right, Nia Jax is probably gonna win, and they're gonna continue that storyline with Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania.
So you think she's gonna go after Tiffany?
She's definitely gonna go after Tiffany. Even seeing it, because today's Tuesday, so she's gonna show up on NXT to see if Giulia inspires her to go for it. But I don't think she'll go for Giulia. And to be honest with you, we already had Rhea and Charlotte before, and
that was under the Vince regime, no?
It was. The thing is that as a fan, I don't need to see it again.
This is true.
I need to see something new. And I would love to see that storyline go. I would love to see her go for Tiffany. Because, as we mentioned before, it is a dream match between Tiffany and Charlotte, because they're very both athletic.
Absolutely.
And it's always kind of being said that Tiffany is the new is the next Charlotte Flair or the new Charlotte Flair. Kind of like saying like, out with the old, in with the new type thing. So to me, I think that would be a much better match between Charlotte and Tiffany. If anything, I would prefer that.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely prefer that. But going back to Roxanne winning it, she was a favorite. I knew deep down that she wasn't going to win it, only because it'll kind of confuse people. Even though it'll bring the eyes on the product of like, who's Roxanne, what's NXT, even though they know what NXT is because they just commercial for it all the time. But like, I kind of knew deep down that she wasn't going to win it because even though she put in the work in NXT, she was on the main roster at one point, but then she kind of went back to NXT, did her thing there. She has a few more years to do so.
Absolutely. She's young. She's young. She's got plenty of time.
If she did win, she would have been like the youngest, I think one of the youngest Royal Rumble winners in history. So that would be a great stat to have. No,
that would have.
It would have, but I knew deep down Charlotte was going to win. we were just looking. We were just like, oh, Charlotte won. Oh, okay. All right, what's next?
Yeah. Moving forward, the tag team match versus with DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns.
Yes.
Let me get your opinion on that one.
So my opinion on that one, I thought that it was going to be I thought it was going to be match of the night. I thought, not taking away what they've done and what they did in the match and everything like that, but I thought it was going to be match of the night. The only reason why is because I have watched DIY before, what they were doing in NXT and during the Black and Gold era, and obviously we have the Motor City Machine Guns, what they're capable of and what they have done in the past. I thought that combining those two, they would be able to like create like wow factors.
Okay.
I didn't quite get that. I was just watching it and I'm just like, like, oh, okay, that was cool. That was all right. All right, awesome. All right, cool. Not what I was expecting. But seeing the Street Profits come out at the end.
That was, in my opinion, the best moment of that match.
Oh, yeah.
Ask me my opinion about the match. Ask me.
What's your opinion?
I thought it was boring.
I gave my opinion very detailed, but Justin was like, it was boring.
It's
okay to say that.
It's an opinion.
Yeah.
Everyone has one.
Yes.
Just like a...
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
But you're right. When the Street Profits came out, I felt like that brought more excitement to that match. Mm-hmm. Although it was over, it brought out what's next for DIY. Mm-hmm. And now that we're gonna have the Street Profits come after them, because that's what that's showing.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited for that because you know what? Another man that's been working at it, Montez Ford. He's another one that deserves.
Yeah,
deserves that push.
Yeah, they both put in the work, man.
Yeah,
man. But I feel like they always constantly get like that moment taken away from them.
Yeah.
And I think now is the time to actually have them rise up and win those tag team titles and have a good run with it. Because again, like there were moments that they would be there and miss the opportunity, lose, and then they would go off TV for a while. And as a fan, you're like, where are they? Yeah. Where did they go? So I don't know, man. Like I hope that they really do Street Profits some justice this time around. And maybe, okay, hold on, maybe this is fantasy booking.
Okay.
We're going to have a segment called Fantasy Booking, all right? Triple threat, Street Profits, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns at WrestleMania.
Ooh.
But there could be maybe a stipulation. maybe a ladder match. Mo and I were talking about it, and he would love to see. He would love to see a tables
TLC match.
He would love to see a TLC.
I would love to see a TLC match.
The last great, like, from what I remember, the last greatest TLC match that we've had was WrestleMania 17, and I'll never forget it. WrestleMania 17, Hardys, Dudleys, Edge and Christian. That was the last TLC match that I would say was phenomenal.
I love you some Jeff and Matt, bro.
Who doesn't? We talked about it in the first episode. I was doing swanton bombs, bro. I broke the bed. Doing a swanton bomb.
You said you swanton bombs on the bed and stuff like that, and I'm getting flashbacks from that chair shot.
All right.
Okay. All right. Moving forward. The ladder match.
I might not be here in the next episode because he gonna find me.
I know where you live.
He knows where I live because he's here.
I know where you sleep.
And he knows where I sleep. Oh, I'm dead.
The ladder match with Cody and Kevin. That was such a beautiful, exciting, entertaining, fun match.
Yes.
Let's not forget the $20 that Cody Rhodes wasted on a fan by taking his beer and throwing it at KO.
That's a $20 drink that he grabbed.
Dude, I'm going back to the bar and I'm saying, excuse me, Cody Rhodes just threw my beer. Can I get another one? I'm not paying $20. Cody's, put it on Cody's tab.
They'll be like, where's the proof?
Watch it back.
Like, watch it back. Here's on Peacock and everything like that.
You know,
like, here, it happened right here.
But that's not you. They didn't show your face. Yeah, but that's my beer. I would have been so upset.
That was the first thing I said in mine. I was like, that's a $20 beer that Cody just did through at KO.
That was one of the first thoughts that came, because when I was at MSG for the June 28th episode of SmackDown, I went to the bar, went to get a beer, and it says $17. I left paying $22. So obviously taxes and stuff like that. Yeah. It's MSG on top of that, and then on top of that, it's a little ass beer like this.
That was the same thing for the Stone Cold beer, I think it was. We went to the SmackDown at Nassau Coliseum, and I saw that they had the Stone Cold beer on there. I was like, oh, let me try it out. And I think I got 2 or 3, and I ended up paying like maybe almost $50 to $60 for it. But that's because I was like, I would love to try it, just to say I tried it. But
was it good?
It was good.
I bet you it was better than that beer that Cody Rhodes threw.
It was probably flat. That's why it was probably so flat that the fan was like, I don't want to take it. Do it.
Now that spot where, in that same spot where Cody Rhodes is beating Kevin Owens with the beer, where Kevin Owens turns it around and was basically like, hey, cameraman, come here. Come here. Grabs the camera, throws Cody into it. That was great.
Yeah.
That was great. That was perfect cinema right there. Because he went straight into the camera, and it had my kids going. That was amazing. But when they got back into the ring and Kevin Owens pulled out the little 4-foot ladder, I thought that was the cutest thing ever, yo. I thought that was the cutest thing ever, because it's like, what is that ladder doing there?
Did you see the spot where he actually went up the ladder and he did like a move, like as if he was gonna do something,
and then he walked back down,
and he was like, no. That was incredible.
That whole match was great. Now let's fast forward a little bit to when they went on the announcer's table.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Let's rewind a little bit. Kevin Owens had threw Cody Rhodes onto the ladder, and Cody Rhodes bounced right off of that ladder
Oh, I know what's.
And as soon as he stood up, he was knocked out. You can tell he was legitly knocked out. The way he fell over, everything. That wasn't a sell. He would. That whole match was brutal.
Yeah.
That whole match was brutal. Ups to KO because he did choreograph the match.
Yes, he did.
It was just, again, perfect cinema.
It was, yeah.
Because the way he hit it, bounced up and was like, and then toppled over, was amazing.
That spot, I know what spot you're talking about. Literally, when we saw it, we were in the room, and
I thought KO was going to get it there.
Yeah.
I thought KO was going to get it there.
That spot, we all looked and we were like, is he good? Because he's not moving because the ref's going up to him and everything. But that's how you know that they're doing a good job on it. Because someone in the same room was like, is he okay?
Yep.
Is the match going to end? I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, no, because I know what would happen if someone got really hurt. Either that the cameras would pan.
Yep.
They would, disrupt the...
They wouldn't be focused on it.
They wouldn't be focused on it. Or, of course, what we would see...
You would have saw this,
we would see the X if anything
the Bronx.
happened. But it was... It definitely... That's how you know that it was... They did a great job on that.
Absolutely.
Because of the fact that you had someone like, oh my God, is he okay? We were all just like, nah, it's good. It's part of the match. But I have to say it was definitely my favorite KO match. Because it got to show what KO is capable of and what he's willing to do in order to win a title. Because he's not keeping it. He has to win it because it's never his.
No, it wasn't.
It's never his. But I think KO definitely has to... I will always give KO his flowers. Whatever storyline that he's given, he would just go 110% with it. This, however, as we saw last night on Raw... I think I'm more excited for that storyline because this is a different side of Kevin Owens. Yeah.
Mind you, he was on Raw last night. But when I saw him about to deliver that package power driver and Cody Rhodes reversed it into an Alabama slam, listen, he threw KO straight onto his damn head. Mm-hmm. I thought he was dead. Yeah. I thought he was dead.
Yeah,
I thought we witnessed a death
on a live PLE.
Yeah, because he wasn't moving. He was bloody. They showed the playback. He landed on his neck, and then when you saw Cody Rhodes deliver it, I don't know if you were paying attention, very closely, but. The way he delivered it, Cody Rhodes was exhausted because he quivered. His legs legitly quivered after he performed the move.
It took all of his energy out.
And he he stumbled down. It was great to see that he had enough energy to climb up the ladder and retain the title. But I don't know how on God's earth KO was able to come on to Raw the next 2 days on Monday and deliver a package power driver to Sami Zayn. Mind you, no injuries, no nothing.
Just a cut
on his eye.
And I think he was bruised up around here too.
And Cody Rhodes is the one that has multiple injuries.
Because KO's crazy. I'm telling you, man. KO deserves his flowers because of that,
yes,
man.
Absolutely.
He would do whatever it takes in order to 110% when it comes to the storyline. No matter what he does. And kudos to KO, man. Because
excuse me again. Sorry, I'm gassy.
No, you're good.
Have some tacos. It's Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday. That's right. It is Tuesday. But yeah, that was definitely, to me... That was a cool moment.
Big ups to Kevin Glowens.
If you don't know who Kevin Glowens is, we'll post it. It's actually on our
page.
It's actually on our Instagram page. So we're gonna check.
If you give us a follow, you can check it out.
Follow Ringpost.
official.
Lock in. I said it before, and I'm gonna say it now. Lock in. But moving forward to the men's Royal Rumble, we're gonna be talking about our favorite moments, our favorite entrants, and also our opinions on it, and also the winner of.
Can I just say one of my favorite moments real quick?
Go for it.
The very, very beginning, where we have Rey Mysterio and Penta.
Yes.
That was great.
It was fantastic.
First time two Mexican-born wrestlers started
A Royal
Rumble. And it was great. The respect that they both had to each other, on top of it being Penta's dream to go against Rey Mysterio.
Yep. Mind you, when it happened, I thought it was going to be like a I think it was just like a taste of what we're going to be getting soon.
I got to give the metal face for that one.
Yeah. It was like a taste of like what to expect moving forward. Cool. Like when he was first introduced, everyone thought that he was going to be in LWO. Like they were just immediately going to push him into LWO. But I said it. I was like, the type of character that Penta is, that is not an LWO character.
He's a standalone.
He's a standalone at this point. But Penta has a lot of potential. He's already getting a lot of fans. He's already having people going back and watching all of his Lucha Underground stuff, his AAA stuff, his AEW stuff. People are interested, and that's I think that's the beauty of pro wrestling. Because you'll get stars from different promotions, and they would come in, and you're like, yo, who is this? I like this guy. The aura. Like, can we talk about the walk? Like, when he just, like, on this
that strut.
Like,
dude.
People love that. And to see him in the ring with Rey goes to show it's the same thing. It's not like we're going to push Rey out. It's more of like, here's the new generation of Lucha Libre.
Yes.
So I agree. That was a cool moment to see them in the ring, and everyone was clapping and everything, and obviously they had to shake hands, but Penta was like, nah, come here, I'm gonna show you what I'm about,
Yep.
But definitely, I have to say that was one of my favorite moments. Do you have another favorite moment that you can talk about?
Definitely Akira Tozawa coming out, Carmelo Hayes just forearm in the back of the head, and I show speed getting. Oh, man. Yo, dude, you're up, you're on. And let me tell you, I know it's obviously predetermined and all that. I show speed actually seemed like he didn't know what was going on. But obviously, he had to be prepared for it because getting that spear by Braun Breaker at, what was it, 23 miles per hour?
I mean, have you seen it? It was so fast. We're
getting by a little tap by a car. Regardless.
He knew what was getting himself into with that. It's kind of funny because I said it. I was like, what if we had... Because Kai was there. Yeah. You have the top two streamers. And I think that was a smart idea to bring them.
Oh, that was great.
I think it was a smart idea for them to stream whatever they were doing, because I was talking about it with somebody the other night. Was you're either bringing in a new audience from their stream or trying to bring someone else back in who lost touch of what was going on. But I've always had this question of like, what if Kai and Speed had the conversation with creative and was like, all right, out of you two, who's going to get the spear?
Definitely not Kai.
So I felt like Kai would have been like,
I ain't doing that.
And then Speed was like, I'll do it, because Speed took a bump already before. Yeah. What was it? It was last
Randy Orton.
Yeah. He already took a bump already. He was like, I'm good. And then obviously when he had the interview with in the back where, okay, you've taken this bump before, you took this spear before, how do you feel? And he's like, oh, you're asking me if it hurts. No, it hurts. It's painful.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So shout out to Speed because Speed was
big shout out.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like that. It's not like he wasn't mocking the, the sport or anything like that.
No,
he was
not
in
at
it
all.
because he was in it because he knows that
because he's a true fan.
He's a fan. Yeah,
yes,
he's
absolutely.
Fan. That's your moment. I have to say my moment is seeing Joe Hendry. That made me happy. I've been calling it since last year. Okay, hold on. So I have there's a classmate of mine where he wanted to do an interview type thing where he was like, okay, I want to do like a wrestling draft for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. I had NXT. Mm-hmm. Mind you, this was before the partnership was even called. The first partnership announcement, not the multi-year deal one. And I was like, I want Joe Hendry. He goes, oh, you want Joe Hendry on NXT? I'm like, absolutely.
Yep.
He's very well connected with the fans. You can hear the NXT crowd singing his song and everything like that. Like, I see that. Literally a month later, that's when the TNA thing happened and he was on NXT. So I said it. I was like, he's showing up at the Royal Rumble one year. It has to be. Now that he has a TNA championship and he shows up at the Rumble. Happiest moment of my life. Seeing a TNA champion on a men's TNA champion on at the Royal Rumble.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, seeing AJ Styles come back was pretty cool. Yeah, seeing AJ Styles was cool. I love AJ Styles.
Dude, every time he leaves and comes back, he looks bigger and bigger and bigger.
Bro's jacked, bro.
Dude spends time in the hyperbolic time chamber. I swear.
He builds and then he has great hair that comes along with it too.
I wish I had that hair.
Like
reason for my hat.
It's just maybe I don't know my hair. That's why I have this here. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, seeing AJ Styles was definitely my other favorite moment there. But we definitely have to talk about Seth, CM Punk, Roman. First, we have to talk about the star power that this Royal Rumble had. Because not only were those three in
Stacked
there.
Again.
We had Cena. We had Damian Priest. We had Drew McIntyre. And at one point, we called it out. At one point, we had a moment where everyone in the ring is either a world champion or a heavyweight champion.
Yep.
And I think that was perfect. Because at one point, Finn got in. And I was like, well, he won it, but he only had it for a day. Dominic was still in there at one point. He never won it. And I was like, something is going on here. And the way that they played it out for Punk, Seth, and Roman, I feel like that's a triple threat happening at Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Roman can
compete?
Yeah.
Because they did say that he is injured. Because that stomp.
That stomp knocked his coins out.
It was unnecessary.
No, it was necessary. It was necessary.
So
he needed to be humbled.
Ooh, the tribal chief needed to be humbled?
Yes. I'm tired of his ass.
Oh, shoot.
Seriously, dude. Like, there was no reason for him to be champion for 1,000+ days. He's... Not even Cena had it that long.
Yeah, but do you realize on how much he brought in because of the
yeah, because everybody wanted to see him get beat, or also wanted to see him win, and get to that point where he is the longest reigning title holder. Mm-hmm. Listen, I do like Roman Reigns. I do. But we have all these other good stars, and they definitely need that spot to be open. Mm-hmm. So his injury, my opinion, necessary.
That stomp.
Stay out of the picture.
That stomp was necessary.
Yeah.
He did the Ganondorf stomp on him, bro.
Yo, dude, it was nuts.
It was crazy because, mind you, he did it and was like, all right, I'm done with you. I'm going to Punk. I'm going to swing on you, Punk, and everything. So everyone just hates each other in that ring, bro. It was just. I think it's just it's going to feed. That's what they're saying. It's going to feed. The feud is going to feed families.
Oh yeah. Yeah. One of my favorite entrants was the Kaiju Jacob Fatu.
Did you call it? Did you say that he was going to be? They were going to try and push him to like have more eliminations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He was great. I love his aura. I love his character. Mm-hmm. You know, because
where he does the shake.
Yeah, if you see that, I met him. I met him at the June 28th episode of SmackDown. Mm-hmm. In the back of MSG, and he's a down to earth dude.
That's what I keep hearing.
Definitely nothing like his character. Mm-hmm. Nothing like his character. But I love the difference between his person and his character.
Two different worlds.
Mm-hmm. But that little beef he has going with Braun Strowman, that had Braun Strowman a little blinded onto what was going on, you know. He eliminated Fatu, but like I said, it blinded him, and then he decides to go after Cena, and Cena put no effort in, and just ducks and pull the ropes down.
Right.
Had he not been so clouded by that whole feud he has with Fatu and trying to get back at Fatu, Strowman could have probably been at least one of the last four.
I think so too.
He could have been at least the last four.
Yeah.
Not the winner.
No.
Not the winner.
Been up there. But it's just to continue that storyline too.
Exactly.
That's there. But I do have to touch base on when Jacob was eliminated and Cena came out. Yeah, it was when Cena came out. Went in, because Cena came in at 23.
He had just eliminated Fatu.
Yeah, so there was, I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but there was, Jacob was leaving the ring, and then he kept on turning back when Cena was in the ring, like as if he was eyeballing Cena. So I don't know if he's like try to sabotage his like tour or anything like that. But that was a very interesting.
He wanted a piece of him.
I think that's what it is.
He wanted a piece of him.
I think he's gonna go after him.
Because you gotta remember, he's new in WWE.
So he's hungry.
He wants to go after the biggest face of WWE.
He's hungry.
You know?
That kaiju hungry.
Yes, he
that
is.
Kaiju hungry.
We need to trademark that.
Kaiju.
We said it first.
Jacob the Kaiju Fatu.
Because he's Godzilla and King Kong.
Son, listen. If you hear anywhere where it says Jacob the Kaiju Fatu, Ringpost. Ringpost started that. Okay? Indeed. Don't you forget it. So now let's talk about the final three in the ring.
Do we have to talk about the final three? Why not the final two? Because no one cares about Logan Paul.
A lot of people did, and this was a very interesting conversation that happened on X or Twitter.
IShowSpeed got bigger pop than Logan Paul did.
Yes, he did, but a lot of people did think that he was going to win it. So here's why: because they thought, like I said it too. I was like, "There's no way that Cena's gonna win it." I was constantly going back and forth that Punk was gonna win it, and then all of a sudden I see Logan Paul. I'm like, they're not gonna give us an upset right now, are they? Are they gonna really have Logan win this Rumble? No way. So when it finally happened, it was to the last three. Deep down I was like, they're gonna give it to Jay. That's the swerve.
That's what we spoke about.
That was the swerve that we kept on mentioning. If it's not Punk winning, Jay was going to win that Rumble.
Yes, absolutely.
And let me tell you my experience that I had with that moment where it was the final 3. I stood up. I was standing, literally with my hands like this, and just staring at the screen. I didn't say one word. Not one word. Not one word whatsoever. Until Logan got eliminated, and then it was down to Jay and John. We were like, what is happening? That's how you know they had something very well.
Oh, yeah.
They had the Cena fans thinking Cena was going to win. Then you have Jey Uso fans that were also hoping that he was going to win. And the way that they played it out, to me, was everything you ever need when it comes to great storytelling and also emotion. You need that emotion in order to feel what is going to happen. Whether if you hated it, loved it, whatever it was, if you're a Jay fan, Cena fan, in the end, that's what makes you a pro wrestling fan.
Yep. Absolutely.
And then the moment that Cena got eliminated and Jay was in the ring just there and it happened, you could hear...
He was shocked himself.
Not only him, but you can hear it in Michael Cole's voice. When was the last time you heard Michael Cole do that?
No. It's been a long time.
I think the last time I heard something like when Michael Cole was like excited for something like that was Cody winning at 40.
Yes.
And then obviously you had Sam in the back, almost crying when it happened. But that's the emotion that pro wrestling storytelling.
Absolutely.
It was great.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I tell you, I was at dinner with my wife, and she was so mad at me because I had my phone and I had Peacock on, and I kept checking in on it.
I told them to don't do that.
And I was like, oh, yes! she looks at me like, are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Yeah. Yeah. It was great. It was amazing. I mean, the back and forth on the apron, to keep us at our toes and stuff like that, and
on the edge of the seat. Yeah.
He delivers the super kick, and then tries to go after Cena, and yes, I'm gonna call it the FU because that's what I was raised on, not the AA, not the AA, the FU.
It was the FU.
When he threw him in the FU, and he just squirmed out and just pushed him off.
And you see the shock.
That was great.
It was.
Now again, I'm gonna use this term again. You guys are gonna get tired of it. Perfect cinema.
It's cinema.
It was perfect cinema.
Mm-hmm. It's like that clip of Homelander. Homelander, Cody Rhodes. It was perfect. It was perfect. It was perfect.
The way he won, and the crowd, the way the crowd went insane was amazing.
Yep.
Now, I also want to tie this in with Monday Night Raw. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that 30-minute standing ovation that Jey Uso got.
Yep.
When he came in, and then an encore on top of that,
which never happened before. Unless we're missing something, if you guys know when it happened before, just let us know. But I've never seen that before. Where he looks in the camera and was like, "One more time, won't play myself," and then it happens again.
That was amazing. Listen, his aura is unmatched. Mm-hmm. I've said it on our Instagram. His aura is unmatched. John Cena gave him that hug at the end of the Rumble match, and it was symbolic of him passing the torch on to Jey Uso. And that episode of Monday Night Raw was a clear picture of it, because that crowd was wild. It's even got my 3-year-old daughter going like this.
That's how you know that he connected with the fans. That he's connecting with the people. They did a great job with him.
My daughter, she heard the beginning of his intro, and she heard Chee-hoo.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "Is that Maui?" I said, "No, that's Maui's cousin."
Is that Maui? That's
I'm
that's
not
incredible.
lying.
That's incredible.
Maui is part of the bloodline.
It's part of the storyline. It's part of this. Maui's gonna show up at WrestleMania. We better start calling stuff out because the next thing you know, he is gonna show up.
It doesn't make it better that we have insight, or we think we have insight. So we think.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a few writers in this house.
Right. We got a few people who work for the companies not telling us anything, which we don't, by the way.
No.
WWE don't.
Full disclaimer.
Us. Yeah,
we do not.
We do not. Don't come for us.
Please don't do this at home, kids.
We're just fans. Fantasy booking at this point. Just no. Just.
We've just been watching this since the 90s.
Yeah.
And I've been on and off, but been religious since about a little over a year, maybe about 2 years. I've been a little consistent on it.
Speaking of fantasy booking, hear me out. I'm gonna talk about it right now because I want to hear your opinions on this. So, WrestleMania.
Okay.
Gunther, Jey Uso.
Absolutely.
Jey Uso wins.
Absolutely.
So remember how we saw that clip where Jimmy was doing his promo and Nakamura was in the background?
Are we talking about... Oh, yeah. Jimmy Uso. Okay. I thought you was talking about Little Jimmy.
No. Little Jimmy?
Yeah, dude. Back up.
Not now, Little Jimmy.
Not now, Jimmy.
Not now, Little Jimmy. So, I was talking about it last night, and I was like, what if they give us, like... I kind of don't want to say the name because, obviously, it's a band name.
No.
But I will say it. I feel like if they do something like this, hear me out. So Jay, Gunther, heavyweight title, Jay wins. Seeing Jimmy doing the promo and Nakamura was in the background, what if they give Jimmy his opportunity for the United States Championship and he wins it?
Okay.
They both win championships in the same night. Either night 1 or night 2 or same night, whatever it is. But it's kind of like that storyline where it was Eddie Guerrero winning
and CB
and CB and CB winning the title at WrestleMania 20. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Do you know how much emotion that would bring? If you're watching,
YouTube, don't take this video down.
Do not take this down because we need it as proof that we can come back and say we called it on what? February 4th, 2005.
At 8:24.
At 8:24. Imagine that. To two brothers going as single competitors when they said that they were never going to be single competitors because they were always seen as a tag team.
Yep.
They win titles.
That would be great.
That would be great. It won't be the undisputed champion for Jimmy, but at least it's a title. It's a title for him.
Just like how Jay won the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. That was great for Jay.
Yeah.
We need something. We need a push for Jimmy as well. Especially that his wife is how many time champion?
That's a good question.
She's been the TNA champion, right? She was a Knockouts champion. Mm-hmm. She was the
SmackDown.
Universal.
She was a SmackDown champion.
Okay, and then tag team champion.
Tag team. So she has a lot of accolades.
She didn't win the Divas though. No, she didn't win the Divas. I don't think she did.
Maybe I don't think she did. No.
But that push for Jimmy would be great. Although I did see Nakamura also lurking on, I believe it was Sammy on Monday Night Raw as well.
Nakamura was there?
He was in the back, and then Karrion Kross came out.
Who?
Right? Karrion Kross?
Oh, Karrion
Kross. Sorry.
Kross. Yeah.
I'm confused the two. The what's her name? Isn't her name Kaden?
Kaden. From the tag team? Katana?
I don't fucking
Kaden.
I don't know why that name is sticking with me.
Because I think it's the what's her name? It's the tag team that's with Katana and.
Okay, that's why. Anyways,
yeah.
but yeah, I could have swore I saw Nakamura lurking in the background, as well.
I have to look back. I think he was. Maybe they're like building up for something else for that, but I think it would be really cool if they did.
But Sammy's gonna have his time with KO. He's a little occupied with KO. So
yeah.
Nakamura's just lurking. He's being a creep.
Nakamura's like, who am I gonna fight next? You know.
And Karrion Kross being that pot stirrer.
He instigating. He's instigating.
That's all he's been doing.
He's instigating, and it's just. I think that also, because there was one point where Karrion wasn't really doing much, and I kind of like and enjoy this Karrion Kross, this version of Karrion Kross, because it's like he's really trying to like stir up all the baby faces and to like creating this, like it's kind of like they need that push.
Yep.
In order to like switch up, you know. I don't know. Something tells me that he might do it to Cody soon. And I've been saying it, Cody might go heel
Cody's
soon.
going heel.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, we're going to see Homelander Cody. And there's going to be a reason for his nickname, the American Nightmare.
Some people think that, because Mo was talking about it last night, he was like, what if it's John Cena that pushes Cody to the edge?
Well, we already know that it's going to be John Cena, Cody Rhodes.
A Mania?
Main eventing Mania.
You think he's gonna win the Chamber? Who else would it be though?
Well, you gotta also think he may not win the Chamber, because there's a lot of ways you can go about it. But that's one thought, you know. Side B would be CM Punk.
Punk winning the Chamber.
Yeah. To turn Cody heel. I think that would be the best storyline. To turn Cody heel.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like he said, I'm going to be that friend to stab you in the front. But who knows? You know, they love to throw curveballs at us.
And we're here for it.
Always.
And we're here for it. Yeah, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video.
Yeah, man.
This is now episode 4. So we're gonna keep pushing this out. If you enjoy the content, let us know. Subscribe, like, comment. Let us know what you guys think. Give us your opinions as well. We'll follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our Instagram is
it's moving.
It's popping.
Yes, it is.
It's popping.
Like popcorn.
Like popcorn. But
sorry, it's popping like bacon.
We're definitely gonna keep going with this. Just let us know if anything. Do you have anything you want to add, Justin?
No, I just want to say thank you to the fans of WWE, the wrestling fans out there. You guys are important to the way that, you know, the story plays out for WWE, and the way that we respond as well as I guess quote unquote reporters in a sense, because essentially that's what we're doing, and just interacting with us is phenomenal. I love waking up and I'm answering all these messages, people, you know, having questions on our opinions and stuff like that. And it's just a great time, you know, and you guys are going to help us get there.
Yeah, you guys are going to help us get there. We're going to be here for you guys. This is for you.
Absolutely.
All pro wrestling fans, WWE fans. But I definitely, I have to say, what's his, who is that one guy that keeps... Enrique?
Enrique, yes.
Shout out to Enrique.
Big shout out.
He's been shouting us. He's been sending us like news worthy information.
Actually, truth be told, so the legend says, He went to high school with my mother.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, so that's how he knows about it.
Yep.
Oh.
Which is very interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Shout out to Enrique.
Big ups, boy.
Big ups, big ups. But yes, thank you so much for sticking around. Until next time, you gotta do it. I love you so low.
I love you, Ringpost.
Oh.
I don't have the slobber and stuff like that, so I'm not doing that because that's just gonna make my wife disgusted and my 2 girls disgusted.
Listen, what is it that he said? You can get your hair braided.
You get your hair braided, but don't get it twisted around me.
Bars. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, my name is Danny.
My name is Justin.
Thank you for sticking around. Lock in to Ringpost. Later. Nice.